The Trump administration announced a 25% tariff on steel and aluminum imports, including from Canada. Canada is the largest provider of steel imports, bringing in more than 6 million tons last year alone. Joining us is the Premier of British Columbia, David Eby. Thanks so much, Premier, for joining us. We appreciate it.
Hi, Joyce. Thanks for having me.
First of all, is this going to start a trade war, do you think, between the U.S. and Canada?
Well, it's really hard for us to predict up here north of the border about exactly what is in the president's mind, where he wants to end up here. It's clear to us that just the threat of tariffs are having impacts here in Canada. If tariffs actually show up and come in and are implemented, they will have a significant impact on costs on both sides of the border. It's going to cost jobs as well as money out of pocket for Americans and Canadians alike. And Canada is willing and ready to respond and retaliate in kind, but we don't want to. We don't want this fight. Americans are our friends, and we work better together.
Businesses in Whatcom and Skagit counties are concerned that fewer Canadians might trek across the border to visit. How might anti-American sentiment impact our state?
The vibe in Canada is not a good one right now. We're hearing the president regularly say that Canada should be the 51st state, that he doesn't understand why we're an independent country, that he thinks that we would fail in the absence of the presence of the United States. And it's the kind of divisive, anti-Canadian language that we just never heard before. And so it's deeply unsettling to people. And we've seen examples, and I think it's unfortunate. We've seen booing of the national anthem. I can tell you Canadians are feeling pretty upset and angry about these threats to our country's sovereignty, and we really want to get back to where we were before with the states.
Have you been in touch with our governor, Bob Ferguson, to talk about ways maybe to mitigate any potential economic fallout?
Yeah, I was really grateful that Governor Ferguson made the time to meet with me very early in his mandate. I was clear with the governor. I know, it's a difficult time right now to be talking about deeper integration with the United States, but we have to maintain those people-to-people ties, and he was very kind to offer that our cabinets should get together and chat.
You have called Trump's tariffs a declaration of economic war. I've heard you use this word war a couple of times. You also called it a complete betrayal of the bond between our countries. What do you think this means long-term for the relationship between the U.S. and Canada? Long-term?
Well, long-term, I know that we're going to get back to a place of where we were before. But over the next 4 years here in Canada, we are preparing a number of pieces. We're preparing retaliation in the event that tariffs are imposed and it appears that steel and aluminum are next. We are preparing and we are diversifying our economy away from the United States, around the world, to ensure that we're not in this position again of being beholden to one person in the White House. And so we're solving a lot of problems that have bedeviled us for a long time because of this crisis. And we're going to ensure that we fight hard if we're attacked to defend ourselves, but also that we don't want to be in this position again.
Premier David Eby, we so appreciate you taking the time to be with us. Thank you so much.
You bet, Joyce. Thanks for having me.
And you can stream our entire conversation with the Premier, David Eby, right now. Download the King 5 Plus app on your TV and you can watch it for free.